Hello, adventurer. It's good to see you. You have made it to the morning grind.
Welcome, welcome.
It's the live stream at the beginning of the Geekverse, where we talk about all types of topics in geekdom, gaming, and fantasy, with an emphasis on being constructive and creating the things that we want to exist in the world.
It's all on the grind, Sizemore. Can't be too fine, can't be too coarse.
That's exactly right. There are a lot of adventures to be had today. Dungeons to explore and monsters to slay, and who knows what a random encounter might send our way. That's why we have to prepare, so settle in now for the morning grind with your favorite beverage in hand.
Tea? Or maybe something a little stronger. I've got a few bottles of the old Wynyard left.
Whatever you want. Pull up a chair.
Dude.
If you're feeling fancy, how about a cappuccino? Or a frappuccino? Or how about an espresso?
Just tea, thank you.
Sounds good to me, Gandalf. Whatever you want. I'm just glad you're here.
Everyone is welcome. You can just watch if you want. You don't have to worship anything you don't want to worship.
Thank you, Mike. But be forewarned.
Sometimes we get really strange characters around here.
Wait, what's that you say? Why can't you come and be a part of the stream?
My wife would disown me.
Oh no, I bet she'll be fine with it. Come on in.
Am I scared for my safety? No.
What are we supposed to do?
Everybody do the secret handshake.
Secret cultist handshake.
Oh, now do wizards who love each other.
This, my friend, is a science.
I still don't have kids, but it's fine.
It's all on the grind, son. Can't be too fine, can't be too coarse.
Dude, this would be a sick place to bring the band.
Indeed it would be, Dave. It really would. I'm seeing more people coming in. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Oh, look, here's someone new.
Is this the cultist meetup?
Yes it is.
Come to hang out? Please accept me. I have nothing else.
Okay, we accept you. Everyone's welcome here.
Brought some snacks.
Well, that makes things even better.
You want some coffee? I don't drink coffee.
You sure? It's cultist coffee.
What makes it cultist coffee?
I'm a cultist and I'm drinking it.
Oh. Then I'll have some.
What exactly is going on here?
I'm seeing more people coming in. Welcome, welcome. It's so great to have you. Oh, and look, here comes another stranger.
Can we help you?
Yes, fellow cultists. I could really use some food.
Oh yeah? Welcome. We have donuts.
Oh, it's me. I'm glad I'm here. I'm sure you have a few questions for me, though.
What's your name? Who do you work for? What god do you worship?
Great questions, Rob.
I'm Steve King, and I worship Nyarlathotep.
No, not really. I'm just Heath, and I won't be worshiping anything this morning. But I will be your host. Welcome to the office. We're going to have a great time. I've got my coffee ready, because now it's time for the morning grind.
If you could become a fish, that would be amazing. Then I could command you with my mental fish powers.
Well, all right. Good morning, good morning. I was trying an experiment this morning. I'm trying to get this to work. Let's see if we can get it to work. I wanted to send out a code to try to let people get in on a game, so that game of diplomacy here, but I'm not sure that we have it working. So let me show you what I see. Because I was trying to send out codes. I was going to send out codes to like channel members and things like that, but but it wasn't working the way that I see it. So I thought that maybe in order to create a game, I was going to have to like create an account. So I created an account on Web Diplomacy. So this is what I see over here. So here's my games. I created a morning grind test game. All right, it's in the pre-game phase. See, I've got one check mark right here, which I guess is me. I guess. But then, so I was like, how do I send somebody an invite link? I want to send somebody an invite link. So over here, I noticed if I click the link right here, open. Well, when I go to open, that's what I just sent out. So here we go. So this says pre-game game is waiting to start. Okay. So here we go. I think I just have one. So I'm not sure how to invite someone. Like I want to send somebody an invite link to the game, but maybe I screwed up and don't know how to do that. That's why I was wondering if people could join the game. I was hoping that it was like the index card VTT or something. I want something easy. I'm always looking for things that are easy here on the morning grind. And so this may not be it. So everyone, you might have to make an account then on Web Diplomacy. I'm not sure. Because I was like, oh, okay, create a game. And then I created a password for grind. But I don't know how to get people to join the game. So let's see. Mike says, Tomocrat says, I'm in and I'm on mobile. Mike says, I have no idea how. Well, when we go, Michael says, it looks like I'm in, but I'm not clear on how to enter orders and whatnot. Hey, Robert. So where would I go to enter orders? So when you enter orders, once you're assigned, because like the game isn't going yet, so we're not. So nobody has a country assigned to them. But the way you enter orders is just by clicking on the country that you're issuing orders to, and then clicking to the area that's going to move. Okay, so Michael is making an account now. So okay, so let's see if let's see how that works. See if you can find this game. There's a game here. It doesn't even show you the entire game. Maybe there's a better platform. I don't know. This is just the one that I've been playing games against the bots on. Let's see. 2 says you need to have an invitation code on any game you play with people you know from outside the outside the site to keep games fair. Okay, well, how do I send out the invitation code? That's what I was trying to do here. Was send out an invite code to this game. But this is all I've got. See this game right here? See this game? There's not a whole lot that it does. That takes me to it. It's these kinds of, UI things that just drive me crazy. Like, what do you want when you create a game? You want to get to an invite link to be able to send people the game to be able to play. So why isn't like invite link right there at the, right there, very obvious about what you have to do. So I guess we're gonna have to go to help and have to figure this out. That's the reason that I like something like playingcards.io, because you're here. Here's the link. Want to invite, here, enter your link here to play a game. Invite people. Here's the link. Send this to them and you can play a game. This is not that kind of style. Okay, so FAQ. The basics, gameplay. I want to know how to play diplomacy. This is also like, hey, let's go to the help. What do you want to know? How do I send people a code to play my game? Oh, no. What is diplomacy? How do I have to pay? Can I use this on my phone? How do I learn how to play? What does the save button do? How do I win? What do these icons do? If you have an icon you don't understand, hover over it. Okay. Our AI, scoring, the forum, miscellaneous. All right. Yeah, 20 steps to say hi. Right. I am such a fan of easy, guys. But see the basics. I mean, wouldn't some of the basics be, how do I send somebody an invite link? Okay, so let's see if after you created the account, good morning, Stray. What are all the settings on the game creation page? It says, lastly, you can make a game private by adding an invite code, which is what I did, which is like a password for your game. If you're playing a game with anyone you know from outside of Web Diplomacy, our site rules mandate that you add an invite code to your game to make it private. You can share the invite code with your friends. Well, okay, so how do I get the invite code? This is where you would post a link to something about the invite code. Well, start a new game, try a sandbox game, active games, tournaments. Okay. Accounts, private messages, relationships, identity, notifications, help. Okay, this is back home. Well, let's go through the process of creating a new game. Let's try let's go through the whole process of creating a game. Hey, don't you think new game would also be a button that would be right here? Game search. Okay, my games. So this does have me listed here. So it does appear that you're going to have an account. Okay, because I would say that just having that link might take you to watch the game, but it's not allowing you to play the game. Okay. Maybe this is not a good one to try this with. How do you create a new game? Okay, Mike says link worked once I had an account, like the others have said. It's in pregame, right? It's in pregame because we don't have all the people. It leaves pregame once we have people. Once we have people. New games. Short by Well, I'm not even sure how to create a new game. I'm not even sure how I created that one now. Oh, games, start a new game. So this is the process. So let's say morning grind test 2. Morning grind test 2. Bet size, phase length. So I said go to the home page. Right. So the rightmost column is my games. Right, yeah, I saw that. So when I go over here to we go to home, my games, right, that's the one that I created before the show. So this one, it looks like it's got one player checked. So right, so this over here looks like the games that so my games, right? So I found that. But you have to if you want to create a new one, go to games and then new game. So look, this is what I did. So I said phase length. So what is phase length? How long should each phase of the game last in hours? Longer phases mean a slow game with more time to talk. I'm guessing that means turns. Maybe that's, again, how long should each phase of the game last? I wanted to actually say something like the amount of time to issue orders, right? So how long should each phase of the game last? Longer phase hours means slow games with more time to talk. I wanted to play a game that we could just play here on the morning grind. So that's why I said, hey, let's just go like 5 minutes. So I said 5 minutes. Advanced setting, phase lengths, retreats, builds, and missed turns. I said, all right, let's declare retreats in about 3 minutes. Time until phase swap. There's nothing else here. Time until phase swap. Mike says, oh, since I haven't joined the new game link, so I bet that means that you're not actually in the game. Exit out of the other new game that I started. Well, were you able to join my game? Were you able to join the morning grind game right here? Michael says, exit out of the other game that I started. Well, I've got the main window over here. I mean, this over here in another window. Let me refresh. Okay, so this tells you that you're in the morning grind game. Let's see, time to fill games. So that's why I was like, hey, we just want to run one kind of fast here. These are the settings that I put through. Game messaging. Classic map, scoring, anonymous players. I said yes. That sounds like fun. That way nobody knows who's playing who. You just know what you're interacting with at the table. Might help keep feelings from getting hurt. Excused delays per player, whatever. Add invite code. Okay, this says optionally add a code password so that only people you tell the code password can join. Leave blank if you do not want to add a code or password. And so I put down here, I put grind. So yeah, Tomocrat says this feels like the program was coded by IT guys and was built up over time. And us mortals, it's confusing as hell. Yeah, so maybe this is not actually a good system for, because I want easy. I would like for us to be able to play games easily. That's why I loved it when I found playingcards.io. This one is not easy. So right now, I would say that no one has joined this game. It doesn't seem like. So I think was your yes, Michael, when I asked, does it show now that you're in the morning grind game over here? Let's look at a different system. I was enjoying this one because it was easy when you just go to it looked like it had a nice interface. Play diplomacy online. Okay, so Michael has joined. We would need other people to join then, I guess, in order to actually play. Okay, let's see. So this is the reason. Start an AI bot game. Oh. Post the link again. Okay, well, at least it's what I think is the link. See, that says game ID. See, someplace it should ask you for the word grind. Whoop. Let's see. So what I was, I just want to start a new game. Game name. I don't care what the name of the game is. AI test. Okay. Michael says I don't have that scale thing in my games column. Ah, okay. Well, yes, I'm sure lots of people are working. But also, I thought that this would be a good game also to play by people who are working, because it doesn't require, you to sit down an actual Hero Quest game, because overall, you should be able to, you submit orders and then you wait for everybody else to submit orders. Seems like something easier to play during the day than like Hero Quest during the day or something like that. If I knew all the link settings, if I could get all those confirmed, then I would set one up that's longer that would be played over 24 hours for us all. But I was trying to figure out if I could use this morning grind to actually like even get anybody in. Mike says I can see the board. And that's in pregame, but I don't think that I'm in the game as it is. I see. I don't think so either. Then I bet that you actually have to have an account and to sign up into all of that, which is not what I wanted. But this is what it looks like when the game is going on, because this is what I played a couple of games against an AI with, and so it's pretty nice. I mean, I think it looks pretty nice. In this case, I've been assigned France, so I just click, and it's that So the UI on the trying to make a game and share things, like Tomocrat was saying, looks like it's made just by AI people. For here, but here this looks like one of the better map UIs that were out there. Because like if I want to move from Paris to Picardy, I just click and then it assigns that order, and then it resolves all of the orders at the same time, which is really nice. Mike says, and I have an account, but I'm not sure where I would enter the password or enter the game proper. Okay, so all right. Well, let me look at some of these other ones. While we're here, let's look at like what is a good system for playing this online. So play diplomacy online. Yeah, once we figure out how to enter it, that's why I liked that one. Because like Backstabber here, I think a lot of people use this one. Let's see, new sandbox right here. So here it is. This isn't nearly as pretty. Only you can view this sandbox. Let's see how to get people into Backstabber. So let's see. Okay, create my own game. And okay, so all of these different things. Okay, name. Morning grind test. Let's see. Description of the game. This will be a private game. Press type is communication between players. Let me see if I can bump this up. Gunboat is when nobody can communicate with anybody, but the press is like communication, like messaging between players. Adjudication options. Fall adjudication period. I want to know. I get every 10 minutes. Again, one of them uses phase length. The other one uses adjudication period. I would just tell people if I were making this amount of time to issue orders, but I think that's adjudication period here. Winter retreat time, 50% of that. Okay. First turn length. See, I don't understand the difference between a turn length and adjudication period. What is the difference? I think this is what I got to when I was trying to make a game here, and I didn't understand what is the difference between a turn length and the length of an adjudication period. 10 minutes. First adjudication time. I didn't want to have to enter a time here. I just wanted to, when the game starts, let's adjudicate it every 10 minutes. Begin the game automatically when full. Do not process over the weekend. I mean, that's fine. Enable grace periods, fast adjudication. Immediately adjudicate as soon as all players have submitted orders. Yeah, sure. End year. You can tell it to end at a certain year. Is there a help link? Oh, let's see. How to play. Rules overview. Turns. I know how to play the game because we've got the rules from Avalon Hill. So this is talking about the help is about how to actually play the game. Detailing the rules of the game, a YouTube video. So their help. Let's see what their FAQ is. How many players are supported? What's a game master? How do I play in the games I've created? By default, when you create a game, you'll be placed in the game master role and will be unable to participate in the game as a player. Oh, okay. If you create a game, you will be unable to participate in that game. If you want to play in the game you are creating, press join game as player, but note that you will not be able to replace players, change adjudication, alter settings, etc. You cannot change this setting once you've clicked create. If you make a mistake, delete your game and create a new one. So wait, so if I'm creating a new game. Oh, so join game as player. Caution. If this is a public game, you will not have access to the game master controls nor the ability to edit the game. Well, yeah, I'd like to play. Player anonymity, partial. Player names are public, but powers controlled are hidden until the end of the game. None. Player names and powers controlled are public. Full. Player names and power controls are hidden until the end of the game. Okay, so what did all? So that does see the help didn't tell me the difference between an adjudication period and a turn length. So create new game. All right, so here we go. Now here, okay, now here, want to invite more people to this game? Send them the invite link. Okay, well, let's see what happens. I'm going to send this. So this is to Backstabber invite link. Let's see if anybody can join here. So this says players. You have joined your game. Okay. This game has not yet begun. We'll click that and we'll see if anybody can come in. So this game, I mean, so this one is much more schematic look. And let me grab more coffee. Mike didn't get a whole cup of coffee this morning. This has a much more schematic look to the... oh, Michael says, I think I might need to sign in. So you may still have to make an account on Backstabber. At least this one has an invite link. Hey, get people to this game. Okay, that's what I did. I made a Google account. I just signed in with a Google account. Let me grab more coffee. Michael says, I joined. It's got 3 of... Let me see if I need to refresh. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. All right, so that worked. I refreshed, and so now we have got people in here. Okay, well, this may be the way to actually play then. Okay, at least we got people in. So Mike, I see you. All right, so this one worked. Maybe this is why people use this one more often than the web diplomacy. Although it would be nice if it were as pretty as the other one. Hey, what happens if I just say begin the game? I can say begin the game because you can play with less than 3 people. Let's just try it out. We got 3 people sitting here. Let's just say begin the game. Diplomacy is best played with 7 players. Yes, I know, but right. we're playing on the fly here. If you begin the game with fewer players, random countries will be left uncontrolled. Do I want to do that? Yeah, let's just see how this goes. Let's begin anyway. Okay, so what is this like? This way people can see it. Because testing is good. And trying a... Try next adjudication. Oh, see, this deck says next adjudication in 3 hours, 56 minutes. Okay, so this isn't... So, all right, so we will see. So who am I playing? How do I know who I'm playing? Okay, so I must be playing Russia. I see orders over here. So it looks like I'm playing Russia. Now, this is kind of doesn't work with the anonymity since I'm streaming it live online, but that's fine. Okay. Michael says, I refreshed and now my screen looks like yours, but I'm England. Okay, awesome. Okay, so I guess then this is the learning stream here. I'm Russia. Russia does start with 4, so I guess these are my locations. I've got an army in Moscow. I've got a fleet in Sevastopol. I have got a fleet in, this is St. Petersburg along the southern coast. I don't think I've ever played Russia before. And I've got an army in Warsaw. So how do I issue orders? Like, let's say I want the Sevastopol fleet. So I clicked on that. You selected Sevastopol. Select an adjacent territory to move and or attack in that territory. Click the same territory to issue a hold order. Press S to issue a support order, or C to issue a convoy order. So I'm going to click Sevastopol. I'm going to go to the Black Sea. There we go. So there we go. That it reports the order. Sevastopol to Black Sea. Let's see. This fleet. Mike says I'm in a bad. I think that's the way everybody feels when this begins. So let's see. I got pretty far playing England, actually, but when I was playing, I was doing rather well against some AIs with England. I thought I was going to win, actually, but I think I messed up actually executing an order or submitting an order, and that's when I let the Italians get around me. So then an army in Moscow. I do like that. I do like this. That way you don't forget to issue armies to orders to an army. Let's go south. So there we go. Submit orders. What does this drop down? A solo victory. So I guess this is what I'm playing for. 2-way draw, 3-way draw, or surrender. Players with 8. You're trying to get to 18 supply figures. Michael says, I'm moving my Liverpool to York. That's a pretty common, I think, thing to do for England, because this army is just hanging out like on the western coast of England and move in. So let's see. We do have this down here. So submit orders. So I guess I am submitted. Press. See the press over here. No press messages available. Compose a new message to get the conversation started. Recipients, Austria and England. Okay, so let's figure out how to do this. Let's send to Austria. Message. Send to Austria. See, it hasn't. I think the Tsar has been deposed by this time, right here. I think the Tsar has. Doesn't this game start after the Russian Revolution? Concerning the British to Austria. Hey, those Brits sure look sneaky, don't they? So we'll just see how this is. So if I want to, so this is telling me that I'm communicating with the British. And I think I should be able to, let's see if I want to start something else. Reply to thread, back up. I guess you have to do some refreshing here. So my first, concerning the British sent to Austria, first press announcement. Oh, England, I'm CCing Austria and Russia. Greetings to the world. And I think this works well if everybody is anonymous. And that way you don't have the real world things about, okay, who's your friend or whatever else. So Russia in fall, because this is fall of 1901. Greetings to the world. And then I should also be able to send press out to England and saying the Austria Hungary concern. What do we do with those? How do you spell conniving? Conniving Habsburgs. So yes, okay. So Austria got the commentary. Good thing. All right. So that's working. So this is how that works. That seems fun. All right. I guess Actually, I like this one. Of course, I like this. I wish it wasn't quite as schematic like, but okay, this one's working and it seems fun. So, what is info? Okay, public, private, anonymity. So this tells us all of our information. So this scheduled adjudication every 10 minutes. Build and retreat phases are 50% of regular times. Press, normal rules. Press, disabled, and build and retreat phases. Sandbox. Okay, this is fun. Reply. Okay, so we got that working. So we have it working. Thank you for trying this out this morning. Game settings, GM tools, edit game settings, adjudication. Move adjudication deadline. Adjudicate. So okay, good. Okay, so I was like, okay, so look, we've got a way to adjudicate now. Because I was like, well, how do we want to just wait here? I don't know. I don't know why. I guess that adjudication deadline was what did this. But it says pause adjudication. Countries status. Oh, look. Share this link to invite someone to be a replacement player. Oh, well, I'm liking this one. Apparently, this is why I'm liking this, because so if somebody had to drop out, we don't have to worry about that right now, but you could invite somebody else to take somebody else's place. Okay, so I'm glad we're finding all this out. So let's say, what if I say adjudicate? Let's say adjudicate. If everybody submitted their orders, let's say adjudication. Okay, so now we updated. Okay. So, how do we know what happened? Next adjudication. I guess we could. I mean, other than just looking at the map, I was hoping that it gave me like a report. I do want to look at sandbox. Okay, create a new sandbox from this state. That was the other game we were trying out. Can I order other people? Well, okay. So I think sandboxing is like cloning the game. Well, how do I get out of the sandbox now? Oh. Yeah, like the sandbox. Yeah, I guess so. It's like, okay, wait a minute, because if you've got all day to make moves, then maybe you can clone the state of the game. It sounds like, to play from this place out. Okay, maybe try a few things, see what happens in the sandbox, based on some different assumptions before you issue your order. So it's like maybe like wargaming the war game. I think that's what that sounds like wargaming the war game. But now I got to figure to get out of the sandbox. So this says it's winter of 1901. Get me back to my game. Okay. I guess this is it then. Okay, so here we are. So I see that I was looking for some way to figure out what happened this entire game, or at last turn. Michael M says, I do not see all of my orders executed currently. I'm not sure if I did something wrong. Okay, so were you Austria? I see that you moved. So you took Romania. I see. Click on the timeline. Okay. All right. Okay. Moving back. Okay. let's see. This is okay. Should have taken something. Okay, so now we can see what happened. Okay, so Austria says that you moved an army from Rum. Wait, let's look at mine so I understand what happened. My fleet moved from. Wait, where am I? Down here. No, that's not quite right. Spring. Okay, spring 1901. Those are the orders we should have just issued. Okay, spring is 1901. That's the start of the game. Okay, this might make more sense. Okay, so I did move an army. Okay, and it's got the lines on the board. Okay. This makes more sense. So in Russia, for instance, I moved an army from Moscow to Ukraine, which succeeded. I moved my fleet from Sevastopol to the Black Sea, which succeeded. I moved from St. Petersburg, the south coast, to Bat. I don't know what exactly that is. And I succeeded. And then my army went from Warsaw to Galatia, and that succeeded. Okay, let's figure out what happened. We had an invalid move past. So that's what. So an army went from Budapest to Romania. We saw that. Okay, you captured that. A fleet moved from Trieste to. That failed. Okay, that failed because you tried to move a fleet into Serbia, and Serbia is land bound. Okay, so that's what that was. See, the circles are armies. This is why I prefer the other one. A circle here is an army. So there was an army that moved from Budapest to Romania. This is why we run a test before we actually play the game to make sure that everybody, also the rules get it. So that's why Serbia couldn't be taken. So you could have moved from Trieste down to Albania because that would have been moving along the coast. But so that one failed because you tried to move a navy inland. But then an army from Vienna held. So we held in Vienna, and that succeeded. So England, the fleet in Edinburgh held, the fleet in London held, and then we moved over to York. And that succeeded. So that's what's going on there. Yep, I see the problem. So now we know. Okay, so that's nice. So now we are now in, why does this say fall 2001? Return to spring. Winter 1901. I feel like we should be in. I think my other game called them spring and fall. So let's go to, but okay, let's just try more orders here. Spring 1902. Why is this spring 1902? Didn't we just do spring 1901? Shouldn't we still be in 1901? I'm not sure. Okay, but anyway. All right, let's say maybe there was something about 10 minutes, so maybe that's why. Maybe that's kind of weird. See, I got to get the settings right too. Maybe that's it. Maybe we spent too much time, and so now it's going to another year or something. Huh? Why would it do that? What's the advantage of that for that particular setting? But yeah, I said something about 10 minutes. Maybe I shouldn't have. Okay. Okay, submitted orders. Okay, so I'm going to send. Okay, so I'm going to submit. What? I'm coming after you, Austria, just for the test, for the example. So I'm going to try issuing a support order. because obviously you're not supposed to be seeing everybody's orders. But if I click here, how do I issue a support order? Because, like, for instance, we know that if Ukraine goes into Romania, that'll bounce because that's 1 power by 1. But if I wanted to try to take it, I can go from Galatia to Romania. Now he might back out because he's in here. But if I click here, and then do I need to click support? Click the same territory. I want to be sure. I want to support. Well, no. I think that's wrong. So that said, I just submitted an order where Galatia supports. Okay, what I did was I just issued an order for Galatia to support Romania against Ukraine. That's not what I wanted to do. So I need to redo that order. So I want Galatia to support Ukraine against Romania. Nope, that was a move. I want Galatia to support Ukraine against Romania. Okay. That's how we order that. Click the country that is supported from, and then click where you're going to. So now I've got a dotted line on there. Maybe you can see it. Oh, okay. So now that means that Galatia is now supporting Ukraine's attack into Romania. So Galatia won't move. Black Sea is going into Bulgaria. Isn't that Bulgaria, I think? So I have not ordered this fleet right here. So this fleet, let's go into Sweden. I'll say submit orders. Okay. So what happened? So this took me immediately to this one. So I like being able to see the whole report. Okay. So Austria, an army moved from Budapest to Serbia. That succeeded. An army moved from Romania to Bulgaria, but that failed because I also tried to move my fleet into Bulgaria. So that should have failed. So my fleet moved from the Black Sea into Bulgaria, and so we bounced in Bulgaria. Whereas my other ones succeeded. So that's but what about the move from Ukraine into Romania succeeded? Okay, now we got to submit retreats. So waiting for other players to submit retreats because I believe Romania is going to have to retreat. Right. It looks like I think Mike is going to have to retreat from Romania. So it should have a shorter amount of time in order to validate a retreat because it looks like I think the only valid, well, no, there are 2 valid retreat options for Romania. Romania could retreat into Budapest or into Sevastopol. Okay, looks like we got it. I refreshed, so here I am. So it retreated into Budapest. Yes. Okay. So now it reports that the attack strength, so the retreat to Budapest succeeded. Okay. Now we're in fall. Yep. Okay. So we're all in the same place again. Okay. All right. We only claim centers at I'll submit my orders at the end of the fall. So maybe I did have the time going wrong because we didn't adjudicate like what centers at the end of fall 1901 it looks like. Okay, so Russia, I get up to 3 more builds because, okay, so now this is winter 1902, so I get to build here. So let's build. I get to build because I captured supply centers. At the end of the fall turn is when you adjudicate the capture of supply centers. So, for instance, this supply center turned a color in Sweden at the end of fall. It didn't turn that at the end of spring. You can't capture a supply center at the end of spring. Only at the end of fall. And then at the end of the fall, you adjudicate your supply and either get to build more units or you have to get rid of units if you've lost supply centers. Mike says Russia is a powerhouse. At the moment, it's going well. All right. Hey, good morning, James. Well, we've been trying to experiment. We've been having a good time here experimenting with how to play. My first attempt here failed with a particular software to figure out how we can play diplomacy together. But it looks like Backstabber is the way to go. So we're all learning right here. Let's see. So yeah, with the first one, I couldn't figure out how to invite people to the game, but we actually figured out how to invite people to this, so we can play. And we're just learning, so we can play a more serious game later. You can mutually support yourself. I'm gonna try to clean up. Hey, Austria, I'm gonna try to clean up Turkey. I'm gonna try to clean up Turkey. If you want to try to clean up Italy, because they're a non-player anyway. So if you want to take out, I will go against Turkey. If you want to go against Italy. I have one army that is not okay. On my southern flank, I'll leave you alone, Austria, and see if I can clean up the Italian the Turks down there. And meanwhile, I'm going to make the blitz across the German plain into Germany. England, if you'd like to chomp up on France, feel free. Okay, so what happened? Austria came up. Austria. So Austria moved from Budapest into Galicia, but that failed. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, so I wasn't able to move forward. Oh, you wanted Galatia, huh? Mike says, I've yet to execute a successful support order. So that may have been why that one failed. Let's look. So you wanted, I see. You're right. Yes. See, this is why this doesn't count for any type of strategic thing, because the move from Budapest to Galatia failed because that was just a move into Galatia. Your person in Vienna, you supported me. so you needed to click from Vienna to Budapest. So you click. You would have clicked Vienna, support Budapest. You wanted to support Budapest and then Galatia. So right now you supported me in Budapest's attack on me. So you needed to click Vienna here. Do that again this turn. I won't move. That way you can see if it works. But see if you can take Galatia from me this time successfully with Vienna and Budapest. Because I see that Mike says that's because we friends are and those wild Budapest people are crazy. So you attacked let's see. England. Okay, England attacked Brest, failed because the attack strength is not greater than the defense strength. Yes, so we went 1-on-1 from the English Channel, a fleet into a fleet in Brest, but that was 1-on-1, so it failed. So you bounced each other. Try attacking me in Galatia again to try to get me out. I won't support anything. I'll move Warsaw to Silesia. That way, Galatia should be open for you to. I'll just have Galatia hold right there. No, Galatia needs to hold. Sevastopol. I thought I did that last time. Oh, I guess I got bounced. Okay, now, as an example, I'm going to attack Norway. Okay, so Michael says, now I'm going to support the fleet in England with London. Well, okay, I don't think that's going to work because in order to support something, that unit has to be able to move into it has to be able to move into the place that's being attacked. And you have an army in London. So the army in London can't support an attack on Brest because the army in London can't move into Brest. Now, it could convoy across the English Channel, but then that would also take the fleet's move. Here, over here, I'm going to attack Norway. So Sweden can attack Norway, but if I do that, that'll bounce because that's 1-on-1. But I have an army in St. Petersburg that is going to support. So I'm going to click St. Petersburg. I'm going to click nope. St. Petersburg. I have to click support down here at the bottom. Oh, you can't see because I got this up. I got to click support down here at the bottom. St. Petersburg is going to support Sweden. No, St. Peter's. Oh my God. Now, St. Petersburg is going to support Sweden going into Norway. Now that's legal because so St. Petersburg supports Sweden going into Norway because it connects up here. Norway connects to St. Petersburg here. Galatia's holding. Did that order all of my armies? It does. Okay, let's adjudicate. Oh, I guess I didn't take long. You are in civil disorder due to surrendered or missed orders. You will not receive turn reminders or adjudication emails. And while you still submit orders, you will not trigger grace periods, prevent early adjudication. Oh, so I took too long. I guess based on our settings, I fell into civil disorder. That's why this is a... Uh-oh. So Austria and England get builds. I need to really make sure that I know what all of those things are because I don't want people to accidentally fall into civil disorder because I got to make sure I know. Maybe I could ask on Reddit or something like that. Make sure I know all the differences between those things. Wait, so Galatia. So, okay, so with a build, you can only build in your home territories. So if you want to, so actually you may not have been able to. Mike says I did not do it right again. So did that take? So everybody else's took? Yeah, I issued all holds because I didn't take enough time. Oh, nope. Okay, so right here, what happened? So Budapest went into Galatia, but that failed. Vienna supported Budapest. No, okay. So this time, Vienna supported Budapest in an attack back on Vienna, and that failed because it was an invalid order. So this should have said Vienna supports Budapest on an attack on Galatia. Try it again. England tried to, England tried, the English Channel tried to attack Brest. London tried to convoy the English Channel to Brest, but that failed because it was an invalid order because we can't move the army can't convoy. Okay, let's try to do a convoy move. Yeah, next time we will. See, I was trying to make it like, since we're playing here, like adjudicate every 10 minutes, but it's something, but yeah, I should have made it longer. I wonder if can I change that? I may not be able to change things. Edit game settings. Adjudication time hourly. Okay. I thought it told me that I wasn't going to be able to change things like that if I were a player in the game. Adjudication time hourly. Okay. Okay, let's see if that helps. That way we're not in civil disorder here. Okay. I'll check that out. May have to go to Reddit to figure out exactly what the best way. Mike says this was the problem in Austria in the war. Poor leadership. Okay, so let's see if we can take something. Okay, let's see if we can take Brest. How would we take Brest? Because the French aren't moving because they're a neutral player. So the first thing we need to do, let's get somebody into Picardy. Or I mean, I think it would work if we said London should move to Picardy. But then the fleet in the English Channel also has to receive an order to convoy London to Picardy. So it takes two orders. London move to Picardy, English Channel convoys London to Picardy. And then we'll have an army on the mainland, on the continent. And then the next turn, the English Channel would attack Brest, and the army in Picardy would support the English Channel's attack on Brest. See if that works. And then likewise, okay, we're still trying to take Galatia. So Warsaw is going to move over here. I'm going to try this attack on Norway again. No, I won't attack you in Norway. Well, I'm going to try it just to see if I can get the support working. So, okay, so right now I've got Sweden moving into Norway, but I've got St. Petersburg moving into Sweden. That's not what I want. So Sweden needs to move into Norway. St. Petersburg needs to support Sweden's attack on Norway. Galatia is going to hold because we're going to try to get it taken. I'm having trouble taking out these Turks here. Or maybe we could try a joint attack someplace too, because we should be able to support each other's material as well. Okay, maybe. All right, let's see. So let's see. I didn't move Romania. Okay, Romania support. So just sit here and support Bulgaria. All right. Let's see what happens. You were in. I am in civil disorder. Did I move at all? I got to figure that out. How do I get out of civil disorder? Okay. Okay. Right. All right. So we got it. We got it. So, England, an army from an army in London, no, supports. Wait. Okay, so that we did have so the army in London supported. Now, we got a problem here. The English Channel in a move to Norway that failed, so we did not get the army over to Picardy. We did have. This looks like it was the correct order. The fleet in England convoys. The fleet in the English Channel convoys London to Picardy. That's right. We needed the army to move from London to Picardy. Okay, I was unable to hold Galatia because Galatia that worked this time. So army from Budapest moved into Galatia, that succeeds, and the army in Vienna supported the Budapest army into Galatia, and so I was pushed out. Oh, I think because I'm in civil disorder, that army was destroyed. I got to figure that out. Yeah, please let me submit some orders. Michael says, I didn't know I also had to move after the convoy order. Yeah, so, all right, so let's try, I'm just going to, well, I'll just issue some orders here. I got to, the civil disorder stuff is no fun. Yeah, the convoy requires 2 orders. Okay, we got it. We got it. Okay, so this time the army in London did get down to Picardy. Oh, I wonder, I can't prevent early adjudication or submit retreats. I wonder if there's, I'll check on all this. But okay, we got it. So now let's see if you can take Brest then. So one of those, right. Apparently I missed a turn. So, or something. I didn't submit orders in time or something because that must be it. The rule in the actual diplomacy game is if you don't submit your orders for a turn, then you're in civil disorder, all of your armies hold, and there's some other rules that apply. But it seems like I should be able to return from that if I didn't do that. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Let's see if I go to what if we turned off? Okay, I'm going to turn off fast adjudication. What might be happening is that since I fell into civil disorder, I can't prevent fast adjudication. And so it might be if you guys submit your orders, it might be telling me that I can't submit mine. So let's save those changes and let's try in here. So England, oh, I get a build. Build an army in Moscow. Yes. Okay. So Michael says, now should I tell Picardy and England to attack? Yes. Right. So now we should be building armies again. So, right. So now they both can't attack. One of them needs to attack and one of them needs to support. Because both the fleet in the English Channel and the army in Picardy can move into Brest. They can move. So that means that one of them can attack and the other one needs to support. So, for instance, just depends on whether you want the fleet to move in or the army. But one of them needs to move, and then the other one needs to support the other one's move. So if Picardy moves into Brest, then the fleet in the English Channel needs to support Picardy in its move to Brest. All right, let me see. All right. Let's see if I can finally move someplace. Okay, now it looks like I was able to do something. Okay, so England. Okay. Mike says I picked more armies, but I don't see more armies on the map. Let's see. Oh, so this is Return to Spring. A build order in Vienna failed because there were too many. So you built an army in Budapest, which succeeded. But you apparently only had one build order and you submitted 2 or something. So that looks like it. So you should have gotten the one in Budapest. Okay. So it looks like I did. Did I succeed in taking Norway that time? It looks like I did force the fleet out of Norway. Oh, waiting to submit retreats. Okay, so yeah, it looks like, or at least right here, according to me, that Norway. Okay, so Norway, the fleet in Norway moved to the North Sea. Okay, let's see if you can get Brest this time. So one of them needs to attack, and the other one needs to support the attack on the other. Let's see. We haven't actually been doing a whole. Okay, so finally, maybe I can get in here and take something out in of the Turks here. So I want my Armenian army to attack. What is that? Ankara? Yeah. So I moved Armenia to. So here's a support order: Armenia to Ankara. Black Sea supports Armenia into Ankara. This is fall. So this is we re-up our supply centers at the end of this turn. So if you take one, you'll get build points for it. Nope. Nope. Fleet in Norway, that's going to hold. Okay, Mike says I think I should take Tur if I did things right, or Ver. Well, we're learning. We spent some time learning, first of all, how to get the software going, and then also actually how to use the software. So we're using, I'll set us up some games here, but we're using Backstabber. We tried Web Diplomacy. I liked that one for playing the AI, but it looks like Backstabber is the best one to actually get a link to. So we're learning. We're learning. It's fun, though. It's fun. All right. So has everybody submitted? So say North support England, which supports pick attacking. Okay, wait a minute. The North Sea supports supports England. No, okay. The North Sea can't support the attack on Brest because the North Sea, the fleet in the North Sea can't move into Brest. You can only, in order to support a move someplace, that unit has to be able to move into that space. So the North Sea can't help the attack on Brest. Only the fleet in the English Channel and the army in Picardy can be involved in the attack on Brest. So the English Channel moves to Brest, and then Picardy supports the English Channel in the attack on Brest. And that should be enough. We ready to adjudicate? Michael says I did the reverse. Try it again. Try it again. Oh, Russia has builds. Okay, let's see. So what happened? Let's go back and look at the orders. So England, the army in Picardy moved to Brest, and that failed. So it was an attack by Brest. Oh, yep. But we had a fleet in the North Sea support the English Channel. Okay, that succeeded. It was just supporting the English Channel in a hold. But the fleet in the English Channel supported Picardy. The fleet in the English Channel needed to support Picardy. There needed to be another click to tell it to support Picardy into Brest because it's supporting that move. Because you can support to a hold. Like, for instance, what I was doing, like over here with Ukraine and Romania, I had Romania support Ukraine and Ukraine support Romania. So they're just sitting there holding, but they're both supporting each other so that if one is attacked, then the other one gets the support of the other. Oh, I did take out, I took out Ankara because my army did move from Armenia to Ankara, and that succeeded because I also had my fleet in the Black Sea. See, it's three different orders or three different links in the order. The fleet in the Black Sea supports Armenia into Ankara. So that was a chain of three. We needed one more chain in the fleet in the English Channel supports Picardy in its move to Brest. And this is important because we're supposed to ultimately also be supporting each other's moves. Like if we're doing back channel deals through the press and stuff, then I can support you. But I could say I'm going to support you in a hold, but that doesn't necessarily mean I would support you in an attack. So I'd say, yeah. So if I say I support you in holding this position, then I say, hey, Romania supports Budapest. But if Budapest decides to go and attack Galatia, I didn't agree to partake in that attack. Support requires 3 clicks, it seems. What unit, what state you support, and to where. Correct. Because if you do it only 2 clicks, you are supporting that unit, but you're supporting it defensively. If it's attacked, then you're in support of it. In order to support a unit offensively, it requires 3. I'm the backstabber because I moved you out of Norway. You want Norway back? I'll give you Norway back. No, we're playing multiplayer right now. So Michael J. Pastor in the chat and Mike M are the other players. So Michael Pastor is England, and then Mike M is Austria. So first of all we had to send out all the links this morning to actually get people in. So we're learning. See, there's 2 different hurdles here. There's learning the software and then learning the game. So that's I knew that was an issue with all of this, learning the software and learning the game, because like we know what we want to do. We want to take Brest, but we can't. But we, and other things. We're just trying to learn. It took a while to take Galatia too. All right, let me give my orders. Oh. So now we are in spring of 1906. I'm going to take Constantinople. So Ankara is moving to Constantinople. The Black Sea Fleet will support Ankara into Constantinople. I'll take out the Germans. I'm going to move toward the Germans. I'm going to take Berlin. I'm going to get in position to take Berlin. I'm passing you by, Austria. I'm going after Germany. See, I've got Silesia. See, what is LVN? I forget. I don't know what LVN is. But let's see. I'm going to move down here. I'm moving out of Norway, but I can support. So Silesia can support LVN's move into Prussia. Even Silesia does not need to be adjacent to LVN in order to support its move, because it can support into where it's moving to. So Silesia is supporting LVN's move into Prussia because Silesia is next to Prussia. That's the key. Mike says those are high hurdles. Do I need to hit adjudicate? See, it says over here, I'm still a bit confused too, because it says I've checked adjudicate once all powers have issued orders. But I'm going to go down here and say adjudicate. Let's just go ahead and adjudicate spring 206. I guess I do have to hit this adjudicate button. So here we go. So, okay, so we got Brest this time. So we got, let's look at how that went. So England, a fleet in the English Channel attacked Brest, and that succeeded. A fleet in the North Sea held, that succeeded. That's no problem. The army in Picardy supported the English Channel in the attack on Brest, which succeeded. Boom, we got it. Yes, that's it. And likewise down here, so should have been what happened in Constantinople. The army in Ankara took Constantinople, and that was because the fleet in the Black Sea supported Ankara in its attack on Constantinople, and that succeeded. Boom. So I think we got that. All right. Return to fall. I'm going into Berlin. I do something with his army in Romania. Sable says Discord would actually be perfect for this since you don't have a single communal channel and then people can be messaging in their own conversation on the side. You can do that in here, actually. So the press over here, we haven't been using that because we're just sitting here talking online. But you're right. Actually, the press is how you do this. Like if I want to send out communication channels, because actually what you can do, Sable, is I set this up to be anonymous. Now, obviously, we're not anonymous here because obviously we're sitting here playing online, playing on a live stream. But if you join the game, that way you don't know who is playing what power. And that way, think that's a great way to keep people from getting upset or hurt because you don't know, or allies forming just because two people are friends in real life. You don't know who is playing which force. So in Backstabber, if I want to communicate to Austria, I just click Austria here, and I don't know who Austria is. I'm just communicating to Austria. Let's get the German Empire. Hey, I won't attack you because I am moving in full force to Berlin. So you can send whatever messages inside Backstabber and just communicate with individual people who you don't know who they are. You're just communicating. I've actually seen also online where people are basically doing role playing inside the press as the emperor and the Kaiser and all of that. So, or you can communicate with everybody. I could send communications out to the entire world and be like, whatever. So I think that's another part of this game, which right now we're missing. So did we just adjudicate? But I think that one's going to be fun because you could play it in Discord, but then you would know who everybody is. Oh, Russia gets some builds here. So now spring 1907. Mike says, I have yet to touch convoying. I just start to understand moving and support orders. Well, convoying is a lot like try a convoy. Just try a convoy for the example. Okay, so you're playing Austria. So you could convoy down to Apulia. For instance, this army in Venice could be this army could be moved. This army in Venice could be convoyed to Albania. You could just move to Apulia. So that's not Apulia. So that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You could do it, but like your fleet in the Adriatic could send the army in Venice down to Albania. It would take ordering both the army, just like support. It takes ordering both the army and the fleet. So the order to Venice would be Venice moves to Albania, and then the order to the fleet would be the fleet in the Adriatic convoys Venice to Albania. So that requires the very similar order structure to support. Okay, I got Berlin. I'm moving on into dismantling Germany. Denmark supports Berlin over here. Oh, we got press coming in. Alliance proposal. And bloody interference. So all right. All of my orders. I believe my orders are in. Did I order everything? This was spring 2000. So we're moving into a fall. And remember, fall is the one where you see supply centers. I don't think it would. Let's adjudicate. So this tells us down here at the bottom too how many supply centers everybody's got. That's what this is. Austria has 6 supply centers, and if you're going to solo win, you do it at 18. Turkey has 1, France has 2, Italy has 2, Russia has 12. I've taken 12 supply centers. It's time to roll the Russians here. Roll the Germans here. Michael says, okay, I have 2 fleets next to Paris and an army in Picardy. Yes. Okay. So, but the see now here's the problem with the fleet warfare. I love having the fleets. I want to take Paris. Okay, but see here's the problem. Here, I'll help. I can't help you take Paris right now, because neither the fleets can't take Paris because the fleets can't move into Paris because Paris is landlocked. So the fleets can't help on the attack into Paris. The army can move into Paris, but you'll bounce because the army has a strength of 1 in both Picardy and Paris. So, like you can't help. Our fleets aren't going to help you take Paris. Can Michael says, can my fleet support Picardy to attack Paris? No, because the fleets can't move into Paris. You can only support attacks that, oh, you're here. Let me help you take Munich instead. You want to take Munich? Okay, let's coordinate. Let's coordinate an attack on Munich. I won't take Munich. I'm going to take these back. I won't take Munich. I'm going to help you take Munich instead. So you can take your Gascony fleet down to Spain and take that, but you can't. You need another army in order to take Paris. I found this when I was playing England because your fleets can take all of the coastal areas, but they don't help you move inland. So you've got to move armies from the island into the continent in order to take it. So Vienna, did we like your alliance? Okay, wait a minute. Let's get the German Empire. Yes, I will go. Okay. Oh, Austria said I will go for Munich. Okay, so I guess you're attacking from. So let me help you. So you're attacking from Tyrolia into Munich, right? So my army here is going to support your army in its move to Munich. So in this case, I've got Bohemia supporting Tyrolia into Munich. So that should help you get into Munich. Here, I'm just going to tell all my other armies to. Well, no, this one needs to move out. I don't even know where my other army is. In fact, no, look, this army right here can also support you going into Munich. See, Silesia is not adjacent to Tyrolia, but I can still support you in your attack on Munich by going Silesia, because I could move into Munich. So instead, I will support your attack into Munich. All right, let's see if that works, because that's the first time we've had other players supporting other players, which is supposed to be a big part of this as you're making alliances and so forth. So let's see if that works. Did I not hit it? There we go. Okay, you got it. You got it. So you moved into at the end of the fall, you can build. But yes, it looks like you got Munich. I will go back and take a look. So was that Italy? No, it's Austria. Austria moved from TYR to Munich. That succeeded. Oh, there was an army that tried to move. So there was an army in Vienna. Oh, see, the army in Vienna can't support Tyre going into Munich, or Tyriola going into Munich, because the army in Vienna couldn't move into Munich. But so that's why you needed my help. So that's what goes back. So you needed my help to take Munich. So that the move into Munich worked because Bohemia and Silesia backed you up in your move. That's why that worked. But I got confused about this too, because you think, oh, I'm adjacent to somebody, I can support them. But no, you've got to support them if they're moving. If they're not moving and they're just holding, then you can support somebody who's adjacent. That's no problem. But if that person is moving into another territory, you have to be adjacent to the territory they're moving into. Okay, let's return. Okay, so that's realize the support issue. I'm really excited about being able to play this. Hopefully, people who are watching will find a way to put if you want to play, I'll figure out all the details. We'll be talking in the Discord server, and I'll put together some way for us to play. Might make this a part of. I was trying to get the standard going with the online coffee shop and stuff like that. This one is different because we don't have to. we don't have to play in the coffee shop because we'll be playing as orders coming up. Yes, that's why I typically don't wear my glasses. I just haven't felt like putting in my contacts recently, the last couple of days. But yes, this is what happens when you wear blue blockers on screen, which is why my glasses turn blue, which is why I typically don't wear them. But that's exactly what it is. Yeah, knowing when you get new armies is super critical. Yes, it is critical because you only get armies after the end of fall. So you settle up on your supply centers on fall turns, not spring turns. So that's why if you move into a supply center, somebody else's supply center in the spring, and then you move out of it in the fall, you don't capture the supply center. You have to stay there for that fall turn. And at the end of the fall turn, everybody adjudicates their armies and builds and whatevers. Use that on the cultists. Let's see. All right. Uh-oh. And yes, and you need to clear a way for them so they can populate. Yes, that's absolutely correct. Because if it's time to build, but you can't, if you already have all of your home centers occupied, then you can't build. Right. So you have to clear out your home centers so you can build more. Like when I was playing against the AI, I was like, okay, I can go take a supply center down here, and that way I can start building navies down there. But you can't because you can only build in your home space. Oh, things are starting to pick up now. Oh, we got some retreats. Do I have to order a retreat? Oh, okay. Somebody has got to retreat. So this is fall. So this would be when we would be updating. This is the end of fall. So get ready this time. Have you played in person, Sable, or have you been playing Sable? I think I issued illegal orders. Some of my guys didn't move. Well, all right. This will be the opportunity now. Can I convoy army in the Ionian Sea? Picardy. Wait, can I convoy army in ION to pick next turn? Oh, in London? In London, can I? Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, you want me to just hang out in the English Channel? London. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I can. Yeah, if you're going to put out an army in London, I'll move them over to Picardy. But you'll need to move Picardy down to Burgundy. Okay, I'll hang out in the. I'll tell my English Channel to just hold. No, you click. Oh no, I cannot wait. So wait a minute. Mike says I cannot get my fleet to move to London. I've been trying for multiple turns. Which fleet? The fleet in Brest? Well, right. Yeah. See, that's what's that kind of frustrates me too, because on the other one, on web diplomacy, it wouldn't let you issue an illegal order. But in this one, it apparently will let you issue an illegal order. So like Brest, so like what happened? Let's look at England. Army in Edinburgh moved to London, failed. Okay, because it needed to move to Yorkshire first. Fleet in Gascony moved to the English Channel, right? And that failed. Okay, so yeah. See, I would prefer it that way too. Yeah, because I was issuing some orders. Like I was noticed it was letting me issue orders like from Syria to Holland or something. But right, Sable says, I mean, in the real game played live, it's totally possible to write down orders that can't be completed. Right. It's completely possible to write down illegal orders. So this one simulates that in that you've got to make sure that you can write illegal orders. So Gascony, the fleet in Gascony would first have to move to the middle Atlantic Ocean, and then it could move to the English Channel. Or the fleet in Brest could move to the English Channel. The army in Edinburgh would need to move to Yorkshire first, and then to London. See, because I did that here too. It let me, I went, oh, I can move from the Baltic over here to this, but I actually could not. I needed to move to Denmark first, but it let me place it, but I didn't know that was an illegal order. So Sable says, I think that's on purpose, reflecting how delays or changes in situations mean you can get orders from command that make no sense. Yeah, but I still think that like the other game, the other version, I think that was a plus. That if you want to move an army, it's not going to let you accidentally click moving it across the world. Here, let's adjudicate. So I do think that's an advantage. Oh, did I not? I have issued orders for this a bunch. Have I got to do this again? What is the problem? Sorry, guys. Okay, see, Warsaw obviously cannot move up to the Barents Sea, but it was going to let me issue that order. Okay, moved from Edinburgh to York and Picardy to Burgundy. Okay. I think this is. I guess I hit the wrong thing and I had to reset my orders or something. But I thought I hit submit. Like, let's send them. Let's adjudicate fall 2008 or 1908. I won. Well, I hit 18. So that ended it. We've been going for a little while anyway. I got some other things I have to do. So yeah, I would have moved. You moved over there. I would have moved you down. So I guess this is the winner because we were able to get people in. I mean, as far as the software that we were using, the software, you do have to make an account on Backstabber, but then it makes it easy to send a link out to people so we can make a private link. So just the people who are playing. I'll study up on what what caused me to go into civil disorder and all of that and what the turns are, because I really don't want to I don't want to mess that up and have people do things that they don't mean to be doing. Because I think like if you're sitting down and just playing at the place, right, it's a learning, right. So it looks like we need another learning game. we need another learning game. Oh, Tomocrat said I made a Backstabber account. Okay, fantastic. So if you want to play, and then I'll find a place to put stuff and things like that. So this will be fun. Yeah, the learning experience of the game and the rules. And yeah, it does not help you out by allowing you to issue illegal orders. I guess that means you really need to. All right, at the end of the turn, right, before you hit the submit, really look at all the orders and make sure that make sure that's exactly what you want to have happen. Thank you so much, Mike and Michael, for playing. I'm glad that somebody was here to actually give this a try. So I'm glad we were able to get the software functioning and that there was somebody else out there who would actually play. And it's also nice this lets you play without 7 people. Now, I think it's going to be most fun with 7 people for sure. But at least it led us to also go ahead and hit the play button and try it out. So thank you guys. All right. I'll be putting stuff out later. I'm going to look up more stuff on my end about how to set up the game properly and what all the terms mean and stuff. But what is today? Today's Monday. Okay, today's Monday. Okay, it's raining here because I have something to do when it's not raining. But okay, never mind. That was a non sequitur. All right, I will see you guys later. We will play some more later. Bye, guys.